What's up, guys? Sean here from Srkcycles.com, and we have, this is crazy, we have Scott Russell's backup 2007 AMA Pro Racing Yamaha R1. Go figure. Let me make sure my GoPro is working. Yep. So, through a series of events, I got this bike, and I'm super pumped about it. It's got tons. I mean, this is a pro AMA racing motorcycle. I'm not even sure all the work that's been done to it, but I know it's expensive. So let's take it for a spin. I got pretty high hopes about this bike. I'm expecting it to be pretty fast. It was actually turned into a street legal bike a couple years after Scott Russell had it for his backup bike. And now it's then some guy traded in for a Harley Davidson, and somehow I got it. Of course, it's still set up for GP shift, and if you don't know what GP shift is, you shouldn't be buying this bike. No, but GP shift is where everything's opposite, which is, if you think about it, it's a much better idea, because instead of pushing down, all your upshifts are pushing down, which is less likely for you to miss an upshift. So normally I'd be upshifting down. I mean, upshifting by pushing up. I just push down. Most likely this bike is going to weigh in around 400 pounds, possibly less. And to get the first gear, I lift up with my toe, which is the opposite of what you normally would do. This thing's set up real nice where the clutch engages instantly. There's no play in the clutch. The brakes are incredibly tight, all steel braided brake lines, of course. I don't know what weight the suspension is tuned to, but most likely just figure out how much Scott Russell weighs and figure it's probably still set up for that. Now, the first time you ever ride GP shift, you have to really think about it. I haven't ridden GP shift in a while, so I still have to think about it. But there was a time in my life where I got used to it, and it came pretty naturally. Now, I've ridden some fast bikes, some incredibly fast bikes, bikes that, third gear, doesn't matter where you're at in the power band, the bike will start to pull like a good wheelie on you. So I got a lot of expectations for this thing. Although, this generation R1, and it's a race bike, so all the power is going to be top end. So I might not even ever be able to get to hit all that power on the city streets, because probably first gear is going to take me to like 80. The rear shock alone was $3,500. This bike feels nice and tight. This is a great feeling race bike. Someone's gonna fall in love with things. Someone's gonna take this thing to the track and save a lot of money. It's a lot better to beat up your race bike than it is to beat up your track bike. Now, I don't even know what Scott Russell, what he raced, like what category or whatever. So I don't know whether you could do engine mods to it or not. I'm not sure what kind of computer setup it has, but it does have a quick shift, so I can shift without the clutch or without letting off the throttle, which is awesome. And if you remember me driving the S1000RR, which also has quick shift, I loved it. Alright, so all my shifts are going to be down. Now, I gotta admit, this is a pure race bike. And, well, you know, I don't know. I was going to say the quick shifts are smoother on the S1000, but these are actually pretty smooth. This bike bangs through all the gears, no problem. It's got these nice Pazzo. I thought they were Pazzo racing levers. The ones rub down pretty good. Now remember, when you're riding on the street and you're beating stuff up on the street, your tires never get to they never get really hot. Not like when they're on the track. Tried to shift up. Rookie mistake. The bike's definitely quick, but I'm still not even getting into the power band of it. Bike pulls. Nope. Shift up. Bike would be a lot of fun to get on a track. Although every time I start pulling real hard, the brake lever starts to kind of push out like this. So I'm reaching for the brake and it's just not there. Such a nimble feeling bike. It definitely pulls a lot harder than the stock R1. I haven't ridden one in a little while though, but what a fun bike. MotoMommy.com. Maybe a girl had this bike. It's got Olin front forks. which are also very expensive. Yeah. The bike feels solid. Definitely feels solid. Motion Pro, quarter turn, throttle. Try to see what else. Protec mount for the Öhlins front steering dampener, adjustable. Here's your horn. This, I don't know what that is. It's some type of button. And then you got a little dial right here. I also don't know what that is or what it does. Switch up there. Don't know what that does. So this bike was converted to a street bike. It's got a headlight underneath the front fairing. Not sure how street a bike could really be that doesn't have a key to it. No ignition, you just flip the off and run switch. So, you tell me. It's got a real stiff throttle spring in it. Back end just gets all squirrely and stuff, but it's super annoying that that Pazzo lever just starts fading away. Not like fading away, it just starts pushing away from you as you accelerate. I don't know why it does that. Makes it for an exciting ride. Alright guys, that wraps up the test drive of this bike. Scott Russell's backup R1. A lot of fun to ride. A lot of fun to ride. And if you look it up, if you look up Scott Russell's R1, you'll see this bike. And it was traded in at a dealership in Virginia. Alright guys, this is Sean signing out. Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. See you guys later.